Hi, it's Big V here, Verl Workman. We're talking teams, and we're talking about one of the most boring subjects, but most impactful, important lessons every team leader needs to learn. We're going to talk about how and why to know your numbers as a team leader. What are the numbers that matters, and what numbers should you focus on? So let's begin. We started years ago by building a program called AMP, and the AMP stands for Admin Mastery. And the Admin Mastery program was basically a training program for when you hire your first administrative assistant. What we learned was that people didn't know how to train their assistant. They didn't know what systems to put into place, what systems were working, what they weren't working, and what numbers mattered in their business. We built a very cool tool called an AMP Scorecard. And the AMP Scorecard is designed to help you evaluate your systems, process, and numbers to see where you have gaps. And then there's training programs that then give you the training and development you need to fill in those gaps. So I'm going to take you through what the AMP Scorecard is, how it works, and how to move forward with getting your own. So if you stay tuned right to the end of the video, I'm going to give you a link that'll give you the AMP Scorecard that we use in developing high-performing teams. Famous author Brian Tracy says, maximum achievement strategies and skills that will unlock your hidden powers to succeed. And what he's talking about the systems. How do we unlock the maximum achievement strategies that will help you succeed? You see, if you don't know where it is you want to go, it's really hard to get there. If you have a quiver full of arrows and you're pulling the bow back and you're shooting your arrows, but haven't identified a target, what's the point of shooting those arrows? The point of having and knowing your numbers is becoming clear on what your target is, so that when you put tools and resources and people in place, they're specifically going after and trying to help you accomplish those goals. So let's talk through the AMP Scorecard. So what is the purpose of the AMP Scorecard and how do we use it? We use it in several different areas. I'll first tell you how we use it in administration when hiring and bringing on a new coaching client. When you come through a process of engaging with a workman coach. You'll go through a sales process where we do a business analysis. We understand where your strengths and weaknesses are, where your gaps are, your goals are, and then you engage and say, I'm ready for a coach. Once you have your meeting with your director of coaching, who then looks at everything you want to accomplish, looks at your behavioral style, and then looks at our stable of coaches to find out who's the best fit, you're then assigned a coach. In one of your first couple of sessions, the coach does what's called an AMP Scorecard. This is where they bring up a multi-tab spreadsheet, and together you go through all of the systems that you have operating in your team. We look at your CRM, and in there's a multiple of different things that we have questions about. Do you use it daily? Do you have everybody put it in the right category as to what are they a buyer, a seller? Are they an attorney? Are they a doctor? Do they give you referrals? Are they a past client? Are they a friend? Who are they to you? Are they an A lead, a B lead, a C lead? Is it somebody you've identified as your top 50? Do you have duplicate names? Do you have everybody on an action plan receiving ongoing content? Those are just a few of the questions that are just on the CRM tab. Another tab is your business management and accounting. This is where we look at whether or not you're using QuickBooks or QuickBooks Online, whether or not you have an accountant or a bookkeeper or somebody puts all your information in. Do you have benchmarking systems? We ask all of the questions that can establish your financial intelligence of your business. We also look at things like your master of virtual real estate, your online lead generation, your follow-up systems, and so much more. So with your AMP Scorecard, what it does is it gives us the roadmap to look at your business operationally to find out whether or not you have the tools and the resources available to you to be able to go from where you are to the next level. One thing we've learned at scaling big, high-performing teams is that every level of business, a lot of the systems and technology you're using is obsolete or doesn't work at the next level. So we have to break systems and then apply systems at the next level to help you grow. The other thing we've learned as your coach is that oftentimes you have technology and systems, but you're not using them. And so we score the use of those technology and systems. And before going out and purchasing new tools and new resources, what we do is we look at all of the resources you have first. I like to say, first we want to use company provided tools, then we look at using tools and resources that you have, and then we look at acquiring new things. So what should you do as a team leader with the AMP Scorecard? First, do your own evaluation and be honest with how you score all of the tools, technology, and resources and numbers. Then go back and look at the training available through Workman in buyer agent mastery, listing agent mastery, admin training, and so forth, and apply the training to the areas where you have low scores. With every low score, there's a corresponding video training that will help you increase your IQ. So the goal is to do these 6 things. Number 1, it's to identify the weaknesses, look for the areas where you have room for improvement. It helps you identify those areas of weakness in the team's operations, and then you rate the different aspects of the business. The team leader can also see where improvements are needed. It becomes really clear. This also works as a recruiter. So when I'm looking to bring agents onto my team, we do what's called a success probability index. It's the exact same thing as the AMP Scorecard. I just call it something different because I love proprietary language. With the success probability index, we sit down with a potential recruit or someone we're trying to attract, and we go through all of their systems and processes, look where there's gaps, to let them know that by joining us, we have the tools, the training, and the trade secrets to fill those gaps and turn those weaknesses into strengths. The next thing you do as you're going through the AMP scorecard is I want you to then prioritize improvements. So by scoring low numbers, there's recommendations on then how to then apply the videos and the training that allows the team leaders to focus on the most critical areas first. Lead with revenue. So look for the areas where you're losing money because the tech isn't working or because you don't have the right resource in place, and lead with revenue. The next thing is really important is then to determine who is going to do the task at applying the system or technology at a higher level. Who's going to do the work? Your job as the team leader is not to do tasks, but it's to create vision and to give clarity on what needs to be done, and then make the assignment on who's going to do it, close the feedback loop, make sure you get it back. The next one is become familiar using Workman Success's AI tools or our Coach AI to go in and put in the problems that you're having to identify the videos that then give you the corresponding responses and videos that will help you with that. And then finally, apply all of the systems and technology following the numbering system that we give you to improve efficiency in everything that you do. Anything you do 3 times in your business, you must have a system for it. Systems for everything. It's so important that you know your numbers. Some of the key numbers that I'm going to share with you right now, I want you to write down, put them in your notes, and don't forget them. Number 1, listings matter. For every listing you generate, you should close 1.5 buy-side transactions. Every listing you generate should equal 6 to 8 leads per month. For every 25 leads we generate, we add a new buyer's agent. Those critical numbers in every real estate team, when followed and taught the way that we teach in other videos on compensation, will help you create not only a high-performing team, but a high-performing team that runs on great systems, great processes, and following and using the AMP scorecard, which is available right now. Just click in the download and you can amp your business to success. It's time to plug it in and recharge the technology and systems in your business by knowing your numbers and strategically going to the next level.